So, is VR worth it in 2022? Now, before we get into answering that question, I feel like there's a few things that we need to cover and discuss within this video. Now, virtual reality is probably in the best place it has ever been for us. Let's talk about that. So the reason I say that VR is in a great place right now, well, there's a multitude of reasons. We've got games, we've got hardware, we've got choices. Finally, we have choices. What choices do we have? Hey man, you tell them. What the hell? Okay, well I'll take over the show for a bit then. So we didn't always have options back in the day. When I started virtual reality, you had the PSVR, the Vive, CV1s, all things that were kind of dear to get into. Really, the PSVR was the thing that changed the industry in affordability. Finally, there was in a place where you could buy a game. It was affordable. You could buy a headset. You didn't need a PC to run it. You needed your PS4, but that's not really a bad situation to be in when you really think about it. One of the nice things about it is the fact that you don't even need a whirlwind of money to get into VR. Well, that was a nice effect. What do you think? Alright, dude. Well, alright. Yeah, get out of here. So aggressive, mate. Go on. Leave. Alright. Get out of here. You popped me in here. Can you pop me back out? Jeez. Thanks. I'll invite a person to come and talk to you for a few seconds. They take over the whole show. We have the games. We have the hardware. We have the choices. So, what do I mean by those things? Well, now, if you're the type of person who just wants to be able to chuck a headset on, have no setup, and do absolutely nothing other than put the headsets on, then hey, we've got options for that now. It's called the Quest 2. Quest 2? Quest 2. Now this little thing, it can do pretty much anything you want it to. Pretty cool piece of gear. Well, now, listen. You want to be able to play a game? It's got your back. You want to play it wirelessly? It's got your back. And also, if you want to play PC VR, it's got your back. Now this doesn't set you back much money. Around about this much monies. Now, if we look back in time a little bit, VR wasn't so accessible. It wasn't an affordable thing. It wasn't something you could just go down to your local store and pick up. It was something that was a bit more niche, very expensive, and of course you had to have, a really expensive gaming PC. But that's not the case anymore. I wish I had that option when I started VR. Now the whole thing is, the fun doesn't even stop there, guys. We're talking about the accessibility to jump into a virtual world without even needing a PC. But the choice is still there for you. If you do want those things, we have a wide variety of headsets that you can jump into. Higher price, of course, but nonetheless, you have the options there. Now, I'm not telling you that the only thing out there is a Quest 2, because it isn't. We've got tons and tons and tons of virtual reality headsets out there that cater to the different needs for you. If you're a sim racer, you'll be able to find a virtual reality headset that is key to you. If you just want to get in and have the highest quality possible thing, well then you can go buy a Pimax. It'll cost you a fortune, but nonetheless, those options are there. If you want to meet in the middle and get the best of all worlds, then you can get an Index. Have finger tracking, because why not? Now the options really are there for anyone to get anything. These things are all accessible to us now. Depends how much money you want to spend, but of course, if you want to just get into VR and you want to be the entrance into VR, well then you can do that now. For like $300, you're in VR, you're having fun. Now, what kind of games can you play? I hear you asking. I mean, yeah, I've said that there's games available for us. What kind of games? What kind of games do you want to play? That's the question I want to ask you. Could be anything. I don't know. Do you want to go survival mode? Do you want to fight hordes of zombies? Well, you got Saints and Sinners. You can play that on PC in ultimate quality. Or you can play it on standalone. Just on your Quest. Not even that big a deal. Do you want to go down the puzzle route? I don't know. Maybe you do. If you do, then you've got things like I Expect You to Die 1 and 2, both incredible games where you'll get the puzzle experience of a lifetime, the escape room experience of a lifetime. Those things are there for you guys. You can do these things. You want to go down the AAA route? Well then PCVR has your back, bro. We've got Half-Life Alyx, all of these incredible games you can get into right now. And the nice thing is, most of these things are available across both PCVR and Quest. So you're really not even restricted. And if you want to go down the route of eventually buying into getting a nice PC and having the setup of your dreams, well, You can do that. It's not even a bigger deal. You can get that and then carry across some of your library into your Oculus library, play them on PC, experience them at high quality. Those things are options. Now you might be thinking to yourself, I really wish that I could understand what these games are like, what comes out. How do I stay up to date with these things? Well, hey, you're looking at the channel right now. This channel, along with hundreds of other channels, are devoting themselves to showing you the newest games, the gameplay, what it's like to be in virtual reality every single day. Now, myself, I upload videos every single day trying to give you the best understanding of what's coming out, what's to be experienced, and the best way to experience it. Now, I'm not the only one out there doing this, there's tons of us. But the hardest thing that all of us VR creators have is showing you guys what it's actually like to be in the headset. And unfortunately for us, really the only way to do that is to go and try out a VR headset. Hey, that's actually possible now. There are locations around everywhere where you can go try on a Vive, or try on a freaking Quest, or even try on an Index. There are places, there are locations, if you give them a look up in your area, you'll be able to find them. Is VR in the right place right now to buy into? It's a no-brainer, guys. The answer is clearly yes. Now, I am an enthusiast. Self-proclaimed. I would play VR every day of my life. I put as many hours into it as I possibly can. I socialise in VR with good friends that live all around the world every day of my life. And I'm grateful for it, because honestly, how else can you do that? In a way that feels so close and personal. Now, I play games every day of my life, as well as VR, but honestly, they never give me the same feeling of presence, of being with your friends, making new friendships, which I've done in VR. Like, I've literally made friends with people that I've never even met. And that's because the presence that comes with virtual reality is something entirely different. Imagine feeling present with someone. Imagine feeling the presence of actually hanging out with someone and making new friends, or continuing friendships that you already have with people. It's just something a lot different to it, and it has something very special that honestly, it's only achievable by that presence of your body and feeling there. Now, just having the voice in your ears of your friends is awesome, and you know, it's done for many, many years. But at this point, we have the ability to move past that. So really, I feel like we're wrapping up this video at this point. We've kind of answered all the questions, really. Is it worth it? Abso-bloody-lutely. It's never been more worth it, ever. Is this the time to buy into VR? Well, yeah, it really is the time to buy into VR, because it's affordable, the games are there, the ability to get straight in and just limitless possibilities, they're all there. Whether you have £300 to put in to get into a headset, or £1,000 or £10,000, all of the options are there. It just depends on your budget. So really all I'm saying at this point is the only thing holding you back, of course, other than the initial few hundred quid to dive into this, really is you. You just need to make the choice.